Ah.
Because I'm due a stream. Yeah, tell me when you're watching. Until then,
dude.
Huh?
Critical has been streaming like so much lately.
Yeah, I've seen the notifications for it. I've never watched one.
I watched his House of Caravan stream that he was doing once. It was pretty great.
Hit the world record again.
Yeah, I think he got the world record back.
Yeah,
also, you're streaming, and I can hear my own voice.
Oh yeah. Oh, so you're watching them?
Yeah, I'm watching stream. But yeah, I think he has his world record back.
Yeah, I saw the video for that. He
was
very
great.
happy about it. Okay, so which character do you want to see the story for? I was sitting on Squiggly right now.
Squiggly sounds good.
Okay.
You should open this one soon.
Happy birthday, Selene. Time to blow out your candles. Don't forget to make a wish.
Please, give me back my family. Roberto, Squiggly, save them all!
Don't let anyone touch her, you understand? Stop anybody who gets close. Even me.
Not what I...
They're all zombies now.
Save them. Don't let it fall.
Squiggly!
Ow!
Thank goodness. You have awoken.
Leviathan? You really did stay with me.
Naturally. Though the heart of our conflict has lingered as well.
It was her voice that called me back. Another Skullgirl has been unleashed on New Meridian.
She appears to have stopped the building from crashing into the streets below. Rather curious behavior for a Skullgirl. Carnage would only swell the ranks of her undead army.
Commander Parasol, one of the Skullgirl's minions has broken formation.
Egrets, do not engage. Repeat, do not engage the minions supporting the wreckage. Help evacuate the civilians. As for the stray unit...
Oh, she means us, doesn't she?
And then they punch.
Nice.
Men, protect Commander Parasol!
Be careful, Egrets. This one is far stronger than the others.
Lorenzo, Medici! Behind you, the Skullgirl making her move. Don't you dare
She's not a playable character, right?
No. There is one specific game mode you can play as her in, though.
Yeah.
But other than that, which
The
sucks.
Medici shall not escape.
Molly, status report.
Most of the debris hit the water. Some buildings were damaged, but I'd say we got lucky.
Sure. That strange minion's gone.
The Skullgirl is the primary threat. We can't waste time on a rogue minion, no matter how unusual its behavior. Egret, check for citizens that need emergency aid. After that, we're following that airship.
The girl is becoming stronger as she loses herself to the heart. My own abilities weren't this strong before either. The scary part is how natural it feels.
To my shame, it appears that I cannot entirely block the Skullheart's influence.
Don't feel bad, Leviathan. We couldn't have made it this far otherwise.
I am forced to admit this is so. If not for that power, I doubt I would even be hearing your voice.
What are you talking about? My mouth! Who would do such a thing? And why?
I can think of but one man.
And we aren't the only ones who want to see him pay for his crimes. I don't even recognize New Meridian anymore. How long was I asleep?
That I do not know, but I do know that it still reeks of the Medicis. Pardon me, miss, but what year is it?
Year? What rock did you crawl out from?
Samson.
Leviathan. Surprised you ain't dead yet. Though I'd need to ask a coroner to be sure.
Are you two friends? Nice to meet you. My name is Philia.
Sienna Contiello. But please, call me Squiggly. The pleasure is all mine. The city's changed so much while I was gone. Tell me, do you live around here?
No, at least I don't think so. I lost my memory, so Samson is helping me look for the Skullheart to wish it back.
The Skullheart?
Philia! You've gotta learn to shut your yap.
What is the meaning of this, Samson?
Things got complicated. It's none of your business. Never was.
Miss Philia, do you have memories from before your head was occupied by this follicular vagabond?
Huh? What do you mean?
Stay out of this, worm!
Does she seek the Skullheart, or have you pushed her toward it? I won't idly watch you bring doom to another host.
Speaking of hosts, get a good look at his, kid. I'd say she looks like she ditched her own funeral, but she's not dressed nice enough for it.
I beg your pardon.
You don't want to make friends with the undead, kid. Can't trust them when there's a Skullgirl pulling their strings.
And they seem so nice, too.
You selfish fool, Samson. All these centuries, yet you've learned nothing. My lady, I humbly beg your assistance in this intervention.
Of course. My apologies in advance, Philia. For what it's worth, we will aim for the boar infesting you.
That's still hitting me in the head. Ugh. If that was you being polite, I'd hate to fight you when you're mad.
Learned a few new tricks, you old worm!
Forgive us, but far worse will befall you if you pursue the Skullheart. I speak from experience when I say that its consequences cannot be shaken off. Surely you must know what's happening to this city.
I hate to say it, but he's got a point. It's not too late to back out, kid. What do you say?
No.
You can't even remember the life you're risking.
I think someone I knew got in a mess, and I'm pretty sure it's my fault. I can't walk away from that just because I don't remember what I did. Samson, you said you'd support me, no matter what choice I made.
Looks like we can't call it quits just yet.
Arrogant fool. Your meddling will end only in tragedy.
Who in the world was that? He seemed rather rude and reckless.
Samson was once respectable. I even considered him a friend. But that was a long, long time ago. Even before there was a Skullheart. I know not what he seeks to accomplish now, but it will not end well for him or that girl.
Lorenzo will have to wait. We have to get to the Skullheart before they do. It shouldn't be too hard to find it. I can feel the Skullgirl's presence again.
I'm sorry to have dragged you into this, but I shall follow you to the end.
You already did that, remember? Your parasite. It's unusual how it blocks my control. Yet your connection to the heart is strong. Through it, I can sense that you, too, seek revenge against the Medicis. And against the man that silenced you. I believe you're a good person, but the heart's power is poison. Even when you used it to save those people, I could feel its hate growing inside you. I've seen where that hatred ends. You are not immune to its corruption either. You think you can resist the Skullheart? I can feel your will falter. Before long, its power will overwhelm you. Think about what you are doing. Lorenzo is on the run, and his empire is vulnerable and in disarray. Don't throw away our only chance to break his grip on New Meridian. I'm sorry,
Squiggly! Behind you!
You were given another chance, yet all you do is disappoint.
What? Celia, you're helping us?
Yeah, we are. So can the high and mighty crap.
While the assistance is appreciated, your ill intentions are an entirely separate matter.
We'll worry about the heart later. Let's team up and take care of this monster.
I would be delighted. But whatever you do, don't let your guard down. This foul thing is brimming with the same power as the Skullheart.
That girl is a Medici, Squiggly. Knowing that, do you still want to ally with her? The Contiellos and the Medicis. Need I remind you how things worked out the last time your two families met?
I'll let her actions speak for her, not you.
Come on, Samson. Let's make a good impression.
Right on her faces.
You underestimate the ruthlessness of the Medicis. I'm surprised you don't recognize me. I joined your mother for her final birthday celebration. It was such a blessed day. Don't you remember it?
It was all your doing!
Hardly. I merely theory that Lorenzo knew that the Contiellos possessed the heart. After that, all the trust and goodwill built up through the generations meant nothing. He may not have claimed the heart, but he let the world know he came out unscathed, while the Contiellos were silenced. Even today, 14 years later, your family's fate deters others from standing against Lorenzo.
I've heard enough! Demon, I'll see you burn in hell! You exist only to manipulate! I won't let you slay me!
I'm not sure what to say. I didn't know any of this.
It doesn't matter. What's important to know is that the heart can never bring happiness. Not for you, your friend, or anyone else. Lorenzo fought a skullgirl before, but he never ran. Something else has hurt him. He's been weakened and he won't last.
For everyone else's sake, I hope you are right. But I suppose you would be the one who would know.
What will you do this time, Leviathan?
It would appear we've become quite inseparable. I will remain by your side until you next awaken.
Thank you.
As soon as the video catches up with the real world, that's Squiggly's story.
So she fought, and then like fucking died.
Yeah, dude. Because here, I'll put it up there, but who knows how long it'll take for the video to catch up. But the scene right after she was arguing with Marie, like, and right after she blew up Double, that was the skull heart she smashed, and it was the skull heart's power that was keeping her alive. She'd been dead for 14 years.
So if the skull heart comes back, will she come back?
That's what they're thinking.
So that's why it was until she's needed again or whatever.
And that's why Leviathan said until the next time they meet or wake up or whatever exactly he said. I'm not entirely sure.
Nice.
And that's why the gravestone said until we meet again. Kind of just if the skull heart does resurface and its power does revive her again. What I want to know is what happens in the because the skull heart appears every 7 years, so I want to know what happened in the 7 years.
Because that was 14. Yeah, because it was 14, right?
Because the first one was her mom, and then we have a gap where we don't know who the Skullgirl is, and then it's Marie. So, I'm wondering what happened there. Why didn't she come back during that one? But who knows? But I also don't have all the gallery things unlocked for this. I'm missing a few with a little of the pictures and 2 of the videos apparently, and some more pictures, but I think the pictures are missing towards the top of the concept art.
Mm-hmm.
Who else's story did you want to see?
I don't know. Okay. So listen to this. So I'm playing. There's a world qualifiers on Duel Links right now.
Yeah.
So my opening hand was a normal monster, a bone thing that lets you sacrifice a normal monster, draw 2 cards, a Jar of Greed, and a Blue Eyes White Dragon. So I played the normal monster, sacrificed it, drew 2 cards. I got another Blue Eyes White Dragon and Cup of Ace.
Okay.
Which lets you flip a coin and either draw 2 cards or your opponent draws 2 cards. Play that, draw 2 more cards, draw my third Blue Eyes White Dragon and another card. So hopefully next turn I get my polymerization.
That would be wild.
And I'll be able to draw 2 cards because I have a Jar of Greed down right now.
Yeah.
Which lets me draw a card on my opponent's turn, so I'll draw 2 cards. No. Shit, never mind. Wait. Oh, but I can activate that effect, okay. So I can draw that, and then he'll destroy it. Okay, so I have 11 cards left in my deck, and I have 3 polymerizations.
Oh my gosh. Are all 3 of them in the 11 cards there?
Yes, so ideally, unless he can defeat me this turn, because he just summoned a Blue Eyes. Okay, he's battling... Okay, so I have 1,000 life points. This is gonna be close. I drew polymerization. It's over. It's over for him.
It's all over. Wait, don't you have to have the cards down on the field to do that?
No, it's from your hand or on the field.
Oh.
So if I have 3 Blue Eyes in hand...
Oh, jeez.
Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Goodbye, Seto Kaiba.
That's brutal. Do you want to see the ending pictures for Doubles story mode?
I feel like Doubles story mode is terrifying and also very sad.
It's not great. It kind of hurts.
But I'll bite, sure.
Okay. So, like, you go through the usual stuff. You beat up literally everyone as you fight your way to the skull heart, and we get some really good meat and intestine scenes. Those are always lovely.
That's true.
We learn a little bit about the nature of the Skullgirl and the Skull Heart and all that stuff, and like why Double is a thing that exists. And we learn about that.
Why is she a thing that exists?
Well, she was created by the three goddesses, who also created the Skull Heart, and Double was created as kind of a protector of it to ensure somebody obtains it and becomes the Skullgirl. And then after Double beats literally everybody up, we get this. I'll just kind of scroll down a little bit, and you'll see it once the video gets there.
Yeah, it's a tall picture.
It's a very tall picture. Yes. Just let that picture sink in.
Panty shot. So she's like consume all.
Yep. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is inside her body that this picture was taken.
Oh, fuck. That's disgusting.
Yeah, it's pretty delicious, right?
My opponent surrendered.
Yep.
I'm on a 5 win streak currently.
Oh, that's good. Oh, but the best part of the story mode is an after double eats. After we get this delicious boar of everyone, it's after that because the Skullgirls in card shows up, and then it goes a little bit more, and it's like it's the Skullgirls title menu, like for the game, and then it zooms out a little bit, and then there are two people sitting there playing Skullgirls on a TV.
Okay, how does this card sound? Pay 5,000. Oh shit! I can't do that. Never mind. Pay 5,000 life points. Special summon one fusion monster from your extra deck to the field in attack position.
That sounds very good.
Except you only have 4,000 life points.
It must be going by the new rules of the game, where you have 8,000. Or the good rules of the game, as I call them.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, after zooms out and shows the two people playing Skullgirls, you can see a Valentine Titty Mouse pad, you can see a Misfortune mask, there's a Nintendo 64 cartridge that looks to have Squiggly on it, or not Squiggly, Filia, so it's probably the Skullgirls game. There's a George plushie, a magazine that has Beowulf being hugged by one of the guys who is going to be one of the DLC characters in the poll that they did on Kickstarter, and Beowulf's blushing and there's a heart on the guy and he's reaching his arms around them, so it's that kind of magazine. There's a book that says Too Many Spoons, and then upon a close look at the ladies laying there, one of them has teeth and a mouth on her ribs, and I guess you can't see it in this picture, but the other one has an hourglass as her body, and they are two of the three goddesses who created the Skull Heart and Double.
So they're playing the game?
They're playing Skullgirls, yes.
Nice.
And then they're playing it and enjoying it, and it zooms out a little bit more and they're talking about the game. And we get to see the room they're in, and it is full of Skullgirls merchandise. There is a Misfortune body pillow on the bed. There's what appears to be maybe Minette. You can only see the feet. Body pillow on the bed. There's Umbrella's umbrella. Or maybe it's Parasol's umbrella. Umbrella's is a little different color. There's dinosaur skeletons, columns, statues.
I feel like this is a marketing ploy to be like, oh, play Skullgirls and get all the Skullgirls merch.
If they had this type of merch,
get all of it.
There's also
one day.
Maybe an Optimus Prime helmet. There's a Master Chief helmet. There's a Bionicle hat, an alien head. And
wait, Bionicle hat.
Yeah, dude. Nope, that's the wrong button. The video will get there in a little bit, but yeah, there's I think it's Optimus Prime, Master Chief, Bionicles, aliens, and then either an anonymous mask wearing sunglasses or a bunny mask wearing sunglasses.
That looks like a bunny.
Right next to a lava lamp and some Rubik's Cubes.
That was the one thing.
The what?
Hourglass person.
Oh, right, the next picture. Yeah, a better picture of those two. Her name is Aeon. The girl on the left, the hourglass, her name is Aeon or Eon, and the one on the right, her name is Venus. Those are two of the goddesses. And they talk about Skullgirls or the game or something. I don't entirely remember, but basically they're just like, oh, I really enjoy this game. Either that or they, I think they also, in one of the endings, might talk about, like, how this is one possible timeline or something like that. So it gets real timey-wimey on us. And then the next scene is somebody, just a silhouette in the doorframe, and she's like, girls, it's time for dinner! And it's the third goddess.
Is that the third goddess?
Yeah, but we can't see her, but she's just like...
Was there any art of the third goddess, or is it just...
It's just that silhouette, and the statues you see in the chapel, Double and Valentine, are often spotted in.
Yeah, and that looks like the symbol that Double has on her head.
Yep, I'm pretty sure that either they say it or it's suggested, or I assume that Double was made in the image of the goddesses, which would make sense. That I think that's like their symbol anyway, and it's on their stuff in the church.
Double is the third goddess.
No, she's not. But
yes,
she's made in the
no,
images
trust me.
to serve the goddesses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because that's why she looks like a nun, right? Like in her most basic form, I guess, and
yes.
then she turns inside out.
In her human disguise. But yeah, and then we have like a Skullgirls book, a scroll that looks maybe Egyptian on the wall, and Annie. I forget her name, but she has a stage name. She was also going to be one of the DLC characters, but she made it to the finals and then got beat out twice. But she has a children's show inside the Skullgirls universe. And
nice.
She actually shows up in Beowulf's story mode, and she is an actual magical girl, as opposed to just playing a magical girl on her children's show. This book called Hard Times is of another character who could have been a DLC character, I'm pretty sure. And I guarantee this is a smut book.
Is it a smut book?
Oh yeah, well the book's called Hard Times, and she looks like a succubus devil thing, so...
That's fair. Did you get the one blog that I sent you pictures from?
Maybe?
The MS... It was like MS Paint Succubi.
Yeah, the Succubi blog. Yeah, dude, I've been following them for a while.
Dude,
it's
solid.
Very good. It's very good stuff.
Solid blog.
It is. It's very good. I like it a lot. We have a Skull Young Woman figure kit of discount Chinese knockoff Philia. Some more parchment.
I feel like the developers had too much time on their hands for this game.
Maybe. It's fun.
That looks like... I don't know.
Where?
The Skull Young Woman kit looks like one of the people from one of the, Oh, what game was it? Or what was it? The one...
YouTube
not...
series?
Yeah, the Gallo Sengen one.
Oh, Gallows.
Not Gallo Sengen, but one of the other videos that they did.
Oh god.
Her face.
Okay, well now that you say that, I'm never going to be able to unsee that. Thank you very much. Yeah, I didn't need to have to think about that.
You're welcome.
Oh, dude, this double poster that's in her art gallery. This is one of the posters you can buy.
I'm not seeing it.
Don't worry, it'll show up.
Ooh.
But yeah, man, this is one of the posters you can actually buy in real life. And it's very good.
So, Double is like the Ex Machina that makes sure the Skull Heart activates every 7 years.
Yes.
The Eldritch Abomination.
Yep. Valentine's story mode is pretty depressing as well. It starts off with like a battlefield that has a bunch of scalpels and syringes and one of her, I just forgot what they're called, but it's the thing you put the blood juice bags on.
For Valentine?
Yeah, for Valentine. And it's very good. And then you get some more, you see some of the stars, and then you get to see Valentine with a vacuum cleaner to her neck, with Double standing behind her and Marie standing in front of her, and and other nurses dead on the ground.
But why?
Because they were fighting, presumably against the Skullgirl.
But a vacuum cleaner?
Yeah, well, that's Marie's weapon of choice. Have you seen her art? She has a vacuum cleaner.
That's fair.
Yeah, and then we get to see these nurses
So is there like a nurse ninja clan?
Yes, apparently there is.
A big boobed nurse ninja clan?
Well, this one, yes. This one, yes. The other two doesn't look like so much. But this one, Horns
The
Bless.
lowest one.
Horns Bless.
Yeah, the lowest one.
Oh, right. Well, this one, yeah. And the second one, yeah, but she's also bigger. And then the other two, not so much. But, you know, Horns Bless, so... Okay, so I guess it's not just a vacuum cleaner, it's also a scythe, so...
I love how there's this delay between you talking and the video updating to, like, where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I wish it was instant, but it is kind of funny with it not.
Oh! Yeah, that is a scythe.
Yeah. It's like jagged jump by nonsense. And then Valentine's like, yeah, sure, whatever, I'll work for you, fine. And then, Valentine works. She hates Marie and the Skullgirl and the Skullheart and all that stuff because they killed their friends, but otherwise she was gonna die, and I guess they have unfinished business or something. And so she agrees to, work for the Skullheart. And she creates Painwheel, or she helps Brain Drain create Painwheel. I guess she uses the Skullheart in the end of her story. Because we get her eyes up close, her eye closed up close, and then she opens her eye again and it has the skull in it up close. And the video will get there in a moment.
I saw it, she opened her eye and it was like the crosses and then zoop.
Yep.
What does she use it for?
I don't remember, but I know that she leaves Painwheel, her saw, and like by this point Painwheel has broken free of the mind control that she and Brain Dream had placed her under, placed Painwheel under, and she leaves Painwheel her saw and some vague cryptic message about like coming to get her or something. I think Valentine goes off to try to resurrect her friends who died, but I could be wrong about that because I don't really remember. But I know Painwheel takes up Valentine's saw and then tears her mask off. All dramatic like, and it probably hurts a lot because it's sewed to her face.
So, I think Valentine was part of a group of... Her group, they're named after, like, holidays. Because the old leader of her group was called Christmas.
Yeah, okay, well, that makes sense then.
Yeah. Her true name is Valerie.
Oh, well, that's pretty close to Valentine. Those must be their code names then.
She was part of the Last Hope, a group of special anti-Skullgirl Labs operatives.
That makes sense.
Okay, so her ending is, upon defeating the Skullgirl, Valentine reaches a dead end. Knowing that wishing back Last Hope could only end in disaster, Valentine chooses instead to become the Skullgirl, with the Skullheart, which the Skullheart grants without hesitation. Painwheel appears in the catacombs shortly after, only to find the Skullheart gone along with Valentine. She picks up the bones saw Valentine left behind and looks up to the hole in the caverns.
Very nice. Oh, you know what? I just thought of something. The reason Squiggly didn't reanimate in the 7-year gap in between, well, in the 14-year gap between her mom becoming the Skullgirl, Selene, and between Marie, is because there was no Skullgirl in that gap. Because Lorenzo had the Skullheart that whole time.
Oh yeah!
Because he sends Black Dahlia, and she murders literally everyone there. And,
So, a bunch of Valentine's color palettes are of the other members of her gang.
okay, cool.
There's Hallow, Patty, Easter, and Christmas.
Nice. Painwheel's story mode is appropriately depressing. She starts off just a fun-loving little girl, and then, you know...
Evisceration.
Yeah, evisceration. science. And then we do a science.
German science?
You know, German, that's basically what they did to her. You know, German science is
Except
the
with
best in the
less.
world.
Installing more blades within her body and less big guns.
It was the second wave German science when they realized guns.
Was that
didn't-
her?
Yeah.
Was she tested on as a child with like...
Well, there was some sort of experimentation done, but I think it wasn't when she was a child. I'm pretty sure it was later in her life. Because she
Okay.
knew Philia. She and Philia were friends, very close friends. In the picture I have up on my screen now, which the video will eventually catch up to, that's Philia on the left, and I just forgot her name on the right. Her name's not Painwheel. She has a real human name. But yeah, this was before the events in Skullgirls took place. Probably like a week or something. Maybe. Yeah, and then they did experiments on her because, you know, fuck her. And then she becomes an Evangelion in it and suffers.
I still need to watch that.
Yeah, you do.
I know it's one of the classics.
Yeah, it is. I thought you had watched it.
Nope.
Oh, huh. Okay.
I just know that it is suffering.
Yeah, it's pretty great. But, yeah, so we get a lot of scenes of Painwheel suffering, and then we get, like, a Gurren Lagann scene of brain drain. I'll leave that up on the screen so it'll show up on the video.
I think I'm seeing it. Valentine is standing menacingly above her.
Yep. But as soon as it changes to the next picture, that's when it should
The
be
red
there.
one?
Yeah. It's very much Gurren.
I'm seeing it. That's true.
I'm pretty sure anyway. I feel like there's an exact scene in Gurren Lagann that looks like that. But maybe it's just Brain Drain's face. And Painwheel goes and fights everybody, and then fights the Skull Heart. And then she punches the Skull Heart. A punch! Oh, you won't. Hold on. Wait for it to catch up. The video will get there.
Oh, now she's being crucified.
No, don't worry about it.
Oh, now her eyes are glowing red.
But then she runs, and then she punch.
Falcon punch.
But do you want to know the best part of Painwheel's story mode?
Sure.
Right after she punch, she go. I forgot what this. I think it's called Maple Street or Maple Drive. It's the city or the housing district that is shown in one of the stages, and she goes there. And since she remembers her old life now, she goes home. Now, you may be wondering, but Jared / Lab Zero, creator of Skullgirls, Painwheel had a bunch of experiments done on her. What's gonna happen when she goes home? Well, as soon as the video catches up, I'll tell you.
She's at the door. I see a door. She's at the door. She's looking at the door. You zoomed in on her face a little. Zoom back out. Zooming in, zooming out. Zooming in, zooming out. Oh, she's behind her dad. And her mom looks kind of concerned. Does her spine move outside of her body?
No, I think that's attached to her spine.
Okay. Oh, now she's looking all Okuyasu with the weird face scars.
Yeah, it's well, I mean, that's still her mask.
They scream.
Yeah, why they scream? And then she goes back. And then we get hit. standing like
Oh,
he's
now
prepared.
she's on the ground,
Yeah.
standing menacingly.
Yeah. Well, he's standing like he's Gurren Lagann / Danganronpa with his arms held at his side weirdly like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
Is that her dad?
Oh, in the last picture?
Yeah. Or did she just leave? There was no closure there. Her parents screamed and then...
Well, yeah, and then she ran off. Well, do you really think she was gonna stay there after that?
I don't know.
No,
I guess not.
She left. It was her mom and dad, and she left. She went back to Lab 8. Actually, no, this isn't Lab 8. This is Lab 0, I'm pretty sure. It's funny, the people who made Skullgirls Lab 0, they have a Lab 0 in-game, which makes things very confusing when talking.
Self-insert.
Yeah. That was their self-insert character. The evil laboratories. I can't remember which one's the good ones now. Yeah, she goes back to brain drain and everything's depressing. It sucks.
I feel like, on the surface, this is supposed to be like a nice, cutesy anime, like, stylistic fighting game.
Mm-hmm.
With, like, all the Animu girl fighters, and then you actually play the story, and it's like, no.
Yeah, sorry.
You see.
Depression now.
None of these characters had good lives.
Yeah.
At all. Everything went wrong for all of them.
Yep. But, and I don't exactly know what the last panel really means, but her eyes turn red again, and she is the
And there's like a pupil though, yeah.
So I think I don't know, I think she's just pure angry. She's just fueled by pure rage again. But that's also the same appearance all the Skullgirls take on, so that's concerning.
I feel like of any of the people to use the Skullgirl, Painwheel would be the only one to get away without becoming a Skullgirl.
Why do you think that? What do you think her wish would
Because
be?
I don't know. I feel like because the wish has to be something that's made out of like a pure heart, right?
Yes.
So I think hers would be like retribution against those that caused the pain against her, right? But the thing is like
that's pretty
the people
selfish.
that caused it. But the thing is, the people that caused it would totally deserve it at that point.
Oh yeah, no, they would, but it's completely selfish desire.
Yeah.
Yeah, she because of the pain that has been inflicted on her, she wishes to harm those who have done it.
Unless
desire.
she was like, I don't want anyone else to have to go through this, and that was her only wish about it.
Okay. Alright.
Because sometimes that's like characters like Painwheel. Sometimes that's how they act.
That's true. That's a good point. Okay.
Their only wish is that it doesn't happen to anyone else.
Okay.
Which is one of the most selfless things she could wish for.
I think the Skull Heart would still turn her into
Yeah.
a Skull Girl. Selfishness. She's experienced this pain, and because of that, she wouldn't want others to experience it. Then, you know.
I think this Skull Heart is rigged.
It definitely is. No, they talk about how it's rigged at one point. The goddesses, I'm pretty sure, talk about how it was never designed to actually, like, fulfill a good purpose. It was designed to cause strife and destruction. Yeah, no, because a similar thing happens in Phylia's story mode, and why Phylia turns into the Skull Girl, because her wish is she wishes to allow, I think her name's April. I want to say her name's April. But Painwheel to be able to return.
Yeah, I was reading about that. I actually read that ending.
Okay, yeah, cool.
It said that the selfish reasoning was that she was doing it to ease her own conscience and not just to help Painwheel.
Yep.
And so it was like, nope, that's selfish.
Yep, sorry. You thought you was being selfless? Well, you wrong.
No one is selfless. No one at all.
Yep, that's why it's fun. And then it's a good time. Miss Fortune's story mode is kind of fun, because it's probably one of the least depressing ones, I'm pretty sure. Everything depressing happens before her story mode actually started, so that's good. But yeah, it starts off with two douchebags, well, yeah, sure, in a diner, and they're just talking, you know, they're talking business, and then Minette is their server, because they're at Little Innsmouth, at the cafe there. They're trying to get some service, and she asked them if she could get them anything else, and they asked if they could have her or something like that, which, you know, relatable, but no, relatable. I can't say they've done anything wrong there. No, they definitely went about it wrong. And then Miss Fortune shows up and is like, I'm here to kick ass and take names, and I'm all out of ass. And then they pull a knife on her, and I guess it's more like a machete. And then they chop her head off. And then she's dead on the ground, and then she gets all smug because she's not actually dead. Surprise, she alive. And then she bites them. And punch. And then they run away crying. And then Minette's like, Sugoi! This would be a good wallpaper, actually.
The bite and punch, or
No, the next scene.
Oh, where she's holding her head,
Yeah.
and server person's like all happy.
Yeah, her name's Minette. Ansel.
Minette, yes.
And she's best.
And Miss Fortune has the underboob.
She's that tasteful
underboob.
And no pants, because who needs those? And then she beats up literally everybody, and she gets to the Skull Heart. And then the Skull Heart tempts her with the offer of reviving her old gang, because she used to be part of the, I forgot what they were called, but she was in a gang, and then they stole something from one of the Medicis. It might have been from Lorenzo, or it might have been from somebody else who wasn't a Medici, I forget. And they wound up getting killed for it. But because she accidentally swallowed it, it was the jewel of life, and she swallowed it. And they killed all of them, chopped their bodies into pieces, and threw them in the river. And then Miss Fortune woke up later, not dead, but still in pieces. And then she came back and was like, knock knock, open up the door, it's real. And that's why Miss Fortune is in the state she's in during the game. Because the jewel of life, like, absorbed into her body, I'm pretty sure. And it, no, definitely did, actually. And it keeps her alive, and it allows her to stay alive while her body is separated. And then the Skull Heart is like, hey boss, you can bring your family back to life. And she's like, nah, I got a fam now, right here. And then she go, punch! Oh no, I guess she go kick. And her body, if it wasn't Miss Fortune, I would say it's bending at some incredible degrees that don't make it. Her degrees don't make sense. It's really fun. And then she kick. And then it's dead. And then she meets with an investigator who she was hanging out with over the course of it. And they talk about
She
stuff.
killed the Skull Heart?
Yep, she smashed it. With her
Good.
foot. Whack. And then she goes
Okay,
and talks to the
so
investigator.
here is post I'm sending you. We need access to a motorcycle and a spinny toy thing.
Oh, I've seen that. I know exactly what this is. Crunchyroll adds Aquarian and Senran Kagura to anime catalog.
I'm leaving.
Yeah, I hate this video. I very much hate that video, but it's very good.
The motorcycle.
Yeah, it's great. Time to crack open a cold one with the boys. Yeah, I'm gonna crack open a fucking milkshake. Fuck off, moron. Oh my gosh. Hey, but you know what? That advertisement has done its job. I really want to go to Wendy's and get a milkshake there now.
Why is Leo reblogging hentai? Why is this on my dash, Jarrett?
Well, you can't see anything. That's not hentai.
It's from a hentai.
Well, yeah, but you can't see any of it. It's just booty. Okay, Tumblr has broken. I can't do anything. Stuck. Tumblr's stuck. Okay, next story mode. Who's next? Parasols is fun. Because she's a princess. So it's like, in the news, Medici Lorenzo arresting.
Why? Why are half of the Me and the Boys super depressing ones?
It's very funny. Yeah, the Pokemon one is very good.
Have you seen the one that's from the Star Wars Episode 3?
Yes. But, dude, Parasol's story mode is fun because we get introduced to one of the best girls who she recently arrested, and she is over 12 feet tall, and she is perfect and beautiful. Are you even watching my stream?
I am.
Okay.
It's still stuck on the mugshots.
Yeah, that's the perfect, beautiful 12-foot girl.
I saw.
She was going to be one of the DLC characters, and there's actually artwork of her sitting on Beowulf. It's very funny. And then, like, everybody in this picture had the chance at becoming a DLC character as well. I forget her name, and then I forget the other two, but then there's Adam, and Egrets, and then Panzerfaust.
Panzerfaust.
Think of it as punching leg in face. And then it's take little sister to jail day, and Umbrella and Parasol, or Parasol and Umbrella go to prison, and they get and Umbrella pokes her in the boob. Just like that. Showing in the video. Eventually it'll show in the video.
That's not prison, that's the gulag.
The gulag. Yeah, it is. And then they fight through the story mode, and then Umbrella is like, "Hey, I'll do it."
Why are you just flipping between those two pictures?
Because it's funny.
Boob poke, boob poke, boob poke.
Yep. And then things get depressing real quick. I do like this image, though. I like the image of Parasol holding a gun.
At the Skull Heart?
Yeah. Well, it's not exactly pointed at the Skull Heart, but they're at it. And then Umbrella's like, oh, get it? And then Parasol's like, nah, bitch. And then smash. And I'm pretty sure Parasol's wish was that she can protect her sister. Something like that. And the Skull Heart's like, yeah, no, that's pretty selfish, but it'll take a little while. So then they ride off on a motorcycle. And then Parasol starts training Umbrella so that whenever she becomes the Skullgirl, Umbrella can defeat her.
So she wished to protect her sister knowing that she would become the Skullgirl.
Yes.
And then trained her sister
Yes.
how to successfully kill her?
Absolutely.
That's like... what? No.
Don't worry about it. I'm pretty sure that was her wish. If I'm remembering it correctly.
Did someone else just join the stream?
Maybe? Oh. Yeah. Looks like it. That's fine.
Nice.
They're, prepare to be severely disappointed. We're just talking about memes. And going through all of the endings. It's fun, though. It's a good time. You can attest to, yes?
Yes, yes. Skullgirls is a good game.
Peacocks is fun. It starts off, oh, hold on.
I feel like Peacocks won't make sense.
Why?
I don't know.
It's fun. No, it's good. It's good. It's fun. She starts off, she's just watching TV with her best friends. Dr. Science Man, Floating Eyeballs, Bumblebee Lady, and this guy, who has, like, medical equipment for legs. I don't remember their names, but they are good. And then she turns, and she's watching cartoons. Or at least I'm pretty sure she was watching cartoons. I don't entirely remember.
She's watching cartoons, and they're more like hanging around behind her, looking slightly concerned.
That's probably an accurate assessment. She's sitting there with Avery and George and Popcorn.
Okay, there's 3 watchers now, it looks like.
Oh, cool. And then she has a traumatic flashback to her horrible childhood where she gets her eyeballs, pushed in. There has to be a term for that thing, right? Where somebody takes their thumbs and gouges your eyes. Is that just eye gouging?
I don't think so.
Oh. Well, you know that thing that people do with their thumbs? Push in your eyeballs?
Yeah.
That happens. To her. Right there.
Good.
Her eyeballs. That's why she doesn't have eyeballs. So, now that I think about it, I guarantee she can't see out of her face. She's seeing out of the creepy false parasites on her arms. Because the equipment there that she's wearing as her arms, those are parasites, like Samson and Leviathan, but they are engineered. And Avery is also a parasite.
So, are they parasites or augmentation then at that point?
Well, because they are designs after and in the image of and to function like the parasites, they consider them parasites, just artificial.
Well, because the thing with a parasite, though, is that a parasite doesn't give you anything in return.
Yeah, but
if it's giving her sight, it's a symbiotic relationship.
Parasites. I'm pretty sure they're just called
I disagree with
parasites.
this terminology.
You're wrong. I don't care. Next picture, she gets her eyes poked out. And then it's actually just her waking up and Avery like, hey, wake up. And then she wakes up because there's an alarm going off. Wakey, wakey. And then she gets ready to go. She puts on her arm and her gloves, and then the squad gets ready to roll out. If these aren't squad goals, what are?
Tiny weight.
It's just, I forgot his name, but he's punching the anvil now. He gets nervous. And then George and Avery also.
Oh, the video's buffering.
Oh, is it? No, it's fine. And then George and Avery also are like, pop, pop, pop. And then we get
Whoa,
this.
there's the shark bullet thing.
Yeah, he's an anvil. He sweats nervously, and then Avery kind of sighs, and then George is also like, sigh. And then we get this.
Oh, George and Avery, the bombs.
No, Avery is the little bird thing that was on her face in one of the pictures when she was waking up, and what she throws out of her hat. George, I'm pretty sure, is the name of all of the bombs. But they're all different.
All of the bombs?
Yes, I'm relatively sure. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure George is the name of all of the bombs.
Good. Hot 2D fighting. Hot 2D fighting.
Yep, that's
good.
Official art from Lab Zero. And then she gets to the Skull Heart, and the Skull Heart's like, "Hey, boss, you wanna fix your life?" Because she and Marie were very close friends when they were slaves, and they were, beaten and usual slavery stuff. And they thought, Marie wound up with the Skull Heart and sought her revenge. They thought Patricia was dead, and she wound up in the hands of Lab 8, where they rebuilt her with the artificial parasites and turned her into a Skullgirl hunting machine. But they didn't expect her to be so compatible with 2 artificial parasites, which are both her arm dealio and all that stuff, and Avery. And Avery allows her access to the Lab 8 arsenal of weapons, which is why she has so many random weapons she pulls out everywhere. The scientist even comments, but it's odd to see her use it in such ways or something like that, because she uses it to take a gun and then make a knife stick out of it. Normal stuff.
Okay, look at the post I just sent you on Tumblr.
Okay.
Because I have a mighty need for something that I will never use.
Oh boy, coasters. Those are very good coasters.
Why is the production team for Diamond is Unbreakable like this? Like,
I don't know. They're just well. Part 4 is probably one of the most profitable parts of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, so of course they're going to.
That's fair, but it's just like for most shows it'd be like, okay, like here's a T-shirt or something like that, like here's sweatshirts, but no.
Here's a coaster.
JoJo was like, here is Ty's coaster, teacup set, and wallet with ID.
Yep. But yeah, the Skull Heart, after leaving the video on it for a long time, the Skull Heart tempts Peacock, and then Peacock says, nah, and then she starts shooting lasers.
Peacock has too much power.
She really does. She'd
scared.
probably be a lot stronger if she wasn't such a goober. And then the Skull Heart goes boom. And then Lorenzo. She meets Lorenzo. You'll see him here in a second, after the New Meridian skyline. It's pretty hard doing stream and watching video. That's Lorenzo, this guy.
The guy at the table?
Yeah. Black Dahlia. She shows up too. She has a gun for an arm. It's not just any gun. It's a grenade launcher. What more could you ask for?
2 grenade launchers.
2 grenade launchers. No. And then, Peacock Squad is like, yeah, we're gonna beat you up. And then they fight. Gun sword versus gun arm. The battle of Final Fantasy games. You know what? That was their elaborate goal the whole time. The people at Lab 8 or Lab 0 just wanted to recreate Final Fantasy games with their weird OCs. And that's where Peacock's story mode ends. So we don't know if she beats Black Dahlia. We don't know if she kills Lorenzo. Don't know what happens after that. Cerebella's is fun. Because she's one of the few people who doesn't smash the skull heart or use it.
She just denies it?
She does neither. But it starts off pretty rad, because she's in the freak show, because she's a freak, you know? And she's doing a tightrope, and she's holding elephants, and then she's waving to her fans, and then she's talking to, I think, Fei Long, or Feng. I don't remember.
So I think one of my favorite parts of this game is that, like, it's almost done in, like, that, like, noir style.
Yeah.
Kind of like, I don't know, like as far as like the costumes that a bunch of the characters wear, it's like that.
Yeah, well, I'm
I don't know,
sure
would that be like 20s, like...
Yeah, like the almost roaring 20s type vibe of it. I'm pretty sure the title it gives its art style is Dark Deco World. Like that's its vibe.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and then she goes and hangs out with Feng. And then she squished her boob up against Feng boob, and Feng does not care for that. Feng was also going to be one of the playable characters who lost out the DLC bidding. I wanted to see her playable. I think that would have been great, but nope, was not to be. And, you know, she, like a normal human being, picks up Feng and carries her around for a little bit, while talking to all of her other friends at the circus. Who, most of, also could have been playable characters from the DLC poll voting. Oh, and you see this guy over here, on the right? This guy?
She lifts the small child. Oh, the guy in the corner?
No, the guy on, like, the actual right side of the screen, that you can only see half of his face.
Oh, yeah, with that cool hat.
He was another one of the DLC guys. He had, like, a violin, I think, or maybe a harp, shaped like a woman's body. It's kind of weird. But also, he was on the cover of that, like, Boys Love magazine with Beowulf inside Eon and Venus's room. But no, the other dude over here, that's their boss.
Nice.
And I don't like his face.
So do they all have like card suits on them?
Yeah, pretty much. Or at least Cerebella, this girl, that dude. They do.
His face is kind of bad.
Yeah. I feel like the guy with the happy heart hair, I'm pretty sure he's the heart suit. Or sweet. I always call him, I forget which one I call him now. But yeah. But yes, they do have good hearts. But yes, I don't like that guy's face. And then that guy's like, my girl, you need to go do some stuff. And she's like, "'Kay." And then she goes and beats up literally everyone and takes the skull heart.
Okay, question. Have you seen the pictures of Crom in Warriors?
I have seen 2.
Okay, well I sent you 5.
Okay, sweet. Cerebella gets the skull heart, and then Miss Fortune is like, not so fast. And she comes in and snatches it. because that's what she does. She snatch, and then she snatch, and then Cerebella, well, why she yell? And then as soon as the stream catches up, I'll tell you why she yell.
Misfortune's head.
Okay, stream's cut up. Why she yell? She yell, and then she catch. You'll see here in a second. Just 1 second. Just 1 second.
Mega yell.
Yep, there would she go. Okay, she caught her. She caught Misfortune. And guess what next? Like, the Skull Heart's still just floating there, just watching this. And,
It's like, why?
yeah, and, at this point, Cerebella knows that the life gem that Misfortune is in possession of, that she can't get out of her body, was stolen from her boss, I'm pretty sure is the story as to what happens. And then she's like, well, I can't get it out of your body. So then she does this. You'll see it as soon as the stream changes, as soon as it goes to the next picture. And it kind of physically hurts me.
Big hands crush tiny cat lady.
Next picture. Oh, it's on the next picture. Next picture.
More smush.
Next picture.
Oh, she's like... Is she not pulling her hand off?
Just keep looking at the pictures. And then, yeah.
Did she just smush Misfortune?
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Um,
But yes, she absolutely did. And then we get one of the last cards of Cerebella's story mode.
that's like a little red orb.
Yes, that's the life orb.
And she gave it to her boss.
Yep. And her breasts are probably about to break the bunny suit she's in. That doesn't look like it feels good. It doesn't look. It doesn't. It just looks like they're gonna break. It's gonna break, and she's gonna have a nip slip.
I feel like it's already broken.
That's
like
possible. It's just being held up by wire at this point. It's actually filled with wire to keep it there. But you know what I want to know is how she got her hat a different skin, because that's a parasite. Like, her hat is one of the parasites.
Mm-hmm.
And then she gets crippling depression. As soon as the stream changes, you'll see her crippling depression. Crippling depression. There it is.
She looks sad.
Yep. Her ending's not great. Then again, none of them are. Phileas is fun as well. Oh, but you saw Phileas, or at least you read the ending.
Yeah.
But it's really great because it starts off in that painting that I can't remember the name of now, but it's like a cafe on the corner. It starts off there. And she's just...
Are you ready for one of the most heartbreaking parts of Gurren Lagann?
Don't talk to me.
Here you go.
But she's just having a smoothie, and she looks damn fine. And
Oh yeah, that's the one cafe. That's the one famous picture.
yeah, but she looks damn fine. And then this guy comes over, and he's after that thigh squish.
Thigh squish.
He's after the thigh
Can you
squish.
prove that there's a thigh squish?
Yes. It's
Oh.
very famous.
Um.
He's after the thigh squish.
That guy's gonna die.
Yeah, and then his hat, and then he's like, "Did you say something?" Because he hears grumbling and like a man's voice, and then there's movement from her hat, and then her hat, or rather her hair, strikes back, and it's not good. It's not great.
So she's fucking Yukako. Then
But her milkshake spills. But it's okay because she's got that thigh squish and junk in her trunk. So, oops. And then skip forward a little bit, and then we get pure rage. But don't worry, streamline. Pure rage. And then crippling depression. And then our past and crippling depression. There's I think the strings on it now. Pure rage and our past and crippling depression. And then we get to the part where Philia gets to the skull heart. And then she's like, I have crippling depression. And she imagines Carol, that's her name. It's Carol. And then she remembers Carol and her smile and her not smile now because her face has a mask sewn over it. And then she makes her wish, and Samson's like, are you sure, kid? She's like, yeah. And then the skull heart says, your wish is pure? Almost. But, yeah, you know that part. And then somehow, Philia is allowed back into a school. You know, not kept 100 meters from every school. Which you think would be the case, but it's not. Yeah. And then the person who runs the training room, I think her name's Miss Victoria, she's their school teacher. And I guarantee her outfit is not up to regulations.
I guess we'll see.
And then Horns Bless. Horns Bless.
It's just her face.
It's fine.
Well then.
I told you her outfit's not up to regulations. But then we get to see Carol. And she's precious. Also, they gave her a badonkadon. But that's okay. That's fine.
She also has like a big case.
Well, yeah, it looks like a cello or perhaps a violin. You know, there's got to be an instrument size in between cello and violin, because that doesn't look really big enough to be a cello, but it's definitely not small enough to be a violin.
I think it's a cello because the bass is the really big one.
That's true. That's true. I just
the
thought
cello's about that size.
I thought cellos were bigger than that.
Nah.
Okay.
They're about that size.
Okay. I mean, freaking Miss Victoria's an Amazoness over here. Got legs
That's
almost
fair.
as long as Carl's body.
Those mine.
Yeah,
Those are my legs.
As your legs. And then she smiled. Yeah, Carol looks like she got struck by lightning, but I guess that's not a bad way to turn out considering what she's been through.
Yeah, that's what it said on the ending, is that she comes back, but she's like super disfigured.
Yeah, well, from all her crippling depression.
Yeah.
And then Philia's... Yeah. And then Philia's like, and I guess everything turned out alright. Ugh, heart failure. Hold on, I'll make the joke again once the stream catches up to it. And everything Hylia's like, oh, everything turned out alright.
But she's gonna become the Skullgirl.
Just watch the stream.
Yeah.
See, that's the joke. I guess everything worked out in the end, and then she has a heart attack. But don't worry, it's a temporary heart attack. You know, I really want some contacts that have that skull in it.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty sweet.
No, there's like 3 contact lenses that I really want to get. Nia
Spirals?
Teplin's eyes.
Oh, okay.
Nia Teplin's eyes.
Yeah.
Lelouch's Gios.
Okay.
Like the fucking bird-looking thing. And then like just purple. Because purple eyes are solid.
That would be fun. Mine,
Yeah.
Nia's is up there now that you bring it up. I want spirals, like Gurren Lagann, just spirals.
Yeah.
And then I also want some Sharingans.
Derek has those.
Does he?
Yeah, he has Naruto.
Actually, I can't believe it. That's... Jeez.
He's got a ruin. I don't know, not ruin.
I'll be right back. I'll leave you on the picture I left it on.
Sweats nervously. I need to grab my charging cable from my car. I'll be right back.
Baba Booey. I'm back. That's enough.
I am back.
Oh, cool. So am I.
Nice. Okay. So you said $3 for random Skullgirls t-shirt?
It's not random Skullgirls t-shirt, unfortunately. It's
Ah,
random
damn.
t-shirts on their website.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll send you the link.
Okay.
I'll just send you the link straight to the mystery shirt one. Oh, wait, yeah.
What's the shipping on that?
I don't know. I didn't put it in my box, so I don't know. It's the same website that Hestia Plush is on, so. If I hit checkout, I can probably check how much shipping would be. Actually, no. It's gonna make me sign in. I don't want to accidentally order it, so.
Okay.
I imagine.
So there's a lot of shirts on this then.
Yeah, I believe there are. And there's no telling what shirts you'll wind up getting.
Although there's Bioshock, Catherine. Oh, but I could get a Five Nights at Freddy's shirt, man. I don't want a Five Nights at Freddy's
I don't
shirt.
think that's worth the risk.
But to be fair, there's like Himo 2 Maru-chan, No Game No Life, Persona 3, Persona 4, Persona 4 Dancing All Night.
I'm not seeing any of this. I'm seeing Dragon Age and Disgaea, but that's it.
Stanley Parable, Starbound.
Stop.
Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? What does a Stanley Parable shirt look like?
It's probably the limes. Doesn't that game have limes? They have shirts from Parasite. Oh.
I love the Stanley Parable, like...
Man, I really like a lot of these shirts.
I feel like, how many Five Nights at Freddy's shirts are there compared to all the others?
I don't know. Let me go look.
Because I feel like statistically, you're more likely to get something that you want than something you don't want.
Right. It appeared 1, 2, 3. Wait, no, that's a lanyard. Why did it give me lanyards? Alright, well, that was my mistake for clicking Five Nights at Freddy's, but,
Bastion and Transistor are both, have iOS ports now.
Really? I didn't see that.
On the iPhone? Yeah, and I'm really tempted to buy both of them, so I can play them all the time and support the developer more.
That's a good point. You know what you could do to support the developer right now, though?
What?
You could pre-order Pyre.
Oh, do they have another game?
Yeah, dude.
Well, see, the thing is, like, I just got a whole bunch of iTunes gift cards for graduation, so that's the only place.
Yeah.
The Pyre.
I forgot I'm
Is it like PYARE?
Yep. It's on the PSN. It's on sale right now. The pre-order's on sale.
How much is it?
21, I think. I'm not entirely sure.
PlayStation Network. On PlayStation Store? Can I find it there?
Yeah, it's in the deals and games.
I mean, I do love their games. They're solid games.
This one's gonna have a 1v1 competitive mode.
Ooh.
Yeah, whatever that
You said
means.
game deals?
Yeah, it should be in the game deals.
See, the real question is, though, do I want to get it on the PlayStation? Or would I want to get it on the computer?
Is it gonna be available on the computer?
I'd imagine so. I mean,
That brings up a good question.
the other two are on computer.
That's a good point, yeah. So, back to what matters. The Five Nights at Freddy's stores. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay, have you seen the trailer for it?
Higher?
Yeah.
Nope. I should have watched
Okay,
it.
go watch the trailer for it right now. Like,
Right now?
the soundtrack is dope. I can already tell you that much. It's gonna be great.
Knowing their games, yeah. But dude, you gotta check out Eliza's story mode unless you played through that one. Have you played through that story mode?
Eliza?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Are you still watching the stream?
No.
Okay. You should go back to it. Are you back to it?
No, I'm watching the Pyre. $17.99.
Okay, you do actually need to go back to the stream though, because I very much want to show you Fukuwa's story mode.
Okay. If you insist.
I do insist. So, it'll be a little bit of flipping around in the books and stuff. But once you get the back, Fukua's story mode starts with Philia. She's just taking a sleep. And for some reason, it's Samson's arms crossed in front of her chest, and it's adorable. We go to the next picture, and she's still sleeping. She's snoring.
I'm not in the stream yet.
Get in the stream.
I'm loading it up.
Get in the stream.
Not with that attitude. Okay, I'm in the stream.
All right. Well, now I don't know where it's gonna be, but it starts off.
Oh, Samson's arms.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's
that's a nice picture. I want that as like a wall scroll.
Well, I can make it a wallpaper. Screenshot it. But
it'll cost you $40 though.
It starts off with that, with her sleeping there, and it ends with that too, and she's sleeping. And then at the end of her story mode, Fukua beats up the Skullgirl Marie, but then she also beats up Fukua. Fukua beats up Philia, after that. And she takes, I guess, Philia's flesh and puts it on her face and goes, "Now I'm Philia!" And she wears her flesh as a mask.
Okay.
And, yeah. And
why?
You can tell it's actually her skin because Samson is on there and crying because it probably hurts, or maybe it's because Philia is dead. I don't. Maybe yes, both. And then
so Fukua's an enemy then.
Fukua's an enemy stand. And she takes Philia's flesh and wears it on her face and declares that she is now Philia. And then there's a lightning bolt, and Philia wakes up. And then she's like, "Well, that was horrible." And it's Samson's arms that moved the bed sheets off of her, which is adorable as well. It's not her arms doing anything. And then she goes to the bathroom, she kind of splashes
Looks in the mirror.
Yeah, looks in the mirror. And then there's a flash of lightning, and then it's not her in the mirror, it's Fukua there, and she's crushing the toothpaste like a dick.
Ah! I like how Philia has a hat with a little F on it.
Yeah, it's pretty adorable. And then the lightning flashes again after the credits roll, and Annie and Umbrella are standing there next to Fukua in the mirror, because they are the ghosts of spirits Salty.
Umbrella has quite the frown. Can you screenshot that and then zoom in on the frown face and send that to me? I just need a picture of her frowning face.
Oh, I screenshot it. I didn't follow your instructions. I zoomed in and then I screenshotted it.
That's fine.
But what we gotta do is make it kind of blurry, just to add that extra emphasis. I'll send it to you later. But yeah, it's really funny that the developers have started commenting about how salty Annie and Umbrella are, because both of them, or at least one of them, they both made it to the finals, the DLC.
Yeah, but then they didn't get in. I remember you talking about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then the mirror cracks, and then that's the
also, this game almost got through without having an eye patch girl.
What?
But there she is.
What do you mean?
Well, it's not an anime fighting game unless the character has an eye patch.
That's a good point. But what about a magical girl with an eye patch?
Even worse. That's like a double whammy.
What about a clone?
Nah, clones are fine.
They're not.
No, it's fine.
It's fine. Eliza's story mode is weird.
I mean, she's like an Egyptian goddess or pharaoh or something, right?
Yeah, something like that. She kicks everybody's ass.
Okay, so her skeleton can leave her, like, body, right?
Yes.
And it makes her, like, really strong and fast, right?
Yes.
What's the negative to that? Because I know, like, whenever Austin plays her... But is there, like...
Gameplay-wise, the negative is that it is only a temporary boost that I'm pretty sure you can only do a few times per match, or at least it has a cooldown of some sort. Story-wise, the only downside to it is that she has the...
That's her true form, Jarrett.
Yes, it is.
You have to accept that.
No, it absolutely is her true form. Also,
yes.
Check out what she did to Miss Fortune after she beat her up.
She's in the back of a trunk.
Yep.
Tied up in boxes.
Those are actually blood.
Those are canopic jars. Those are the organ jars.
It's made of meat and blood.
I don't wanna be part of this game anymore.
And then she beat up Sarabella at one point, I think. And then she was in the car. And then she beats her up. It gets real weird. It gets real weird up in here.
That's a restraint.
Yeah, I told
the fleshy tendrils.
It's real weird.
That's not good.
Nope, it's not good. I think if you like anybody in Skullgirls other than Eliza, Eliza's story is the most impressive. Because then we get wonderful shots like this.
Is she fondling?
No, she's definitely not fondling her.
Is she chopping into her? What's going on?
You see, that's where her ribs are, and she's going under those.
Okay, so why does Sarabella's face go from startled to, like, passively, like, this is fine?
Just get the next picture, as soon as the video loads.
Oh. She's on the ground now.
Yep.
I think she's, fucking dead.
Yeah, she's pretty fucking dead. And then Eliza beats up everybody and gets to the skull heart. And then she's going to grab the skull heart. Isn't Double just the best?
No, Double is the worst.
But probably the best part about this is because it's not even Double who's attacking Eliza at this point. It's somebody else in control of her. Because, I mean, it's still Double's body and it sounds like Double and everything, but she's screaming about events that I guarantee Double has never borne witness to. And she screamed about, like, personal acts Eliza has taken against her. And I think it's one of these faces, or maybe this face. I don't entirely know. But there's definitely something going on there. Or maybe these are two of the other goddesses or something. I don't actually know. but it's pretty spooky. And then Eliza's blood goes drippy drip drip down the veins, and then she gets all smug and takes over the flesh. She takes over the flesh. There we go.
Doubles flesh?
Nope, you know all the blue veins that surround the Skullgirl's chambers?
I guess.
Because you fight the Skullgirl in Gehenna, which is like all meaty chunks, and it's gross. Well, Eliza kind of takes over that.
The flesh with the eyes.
Yeah.
Looks severely pissed off.
Yeah, and then she just kind of, like, they're in Gehenna right now, and she's just kind of, taken over all of the goop down there.
Good.
And then they fly up to greet the Skullheart, and the Skullheart's like, oh, hey, you're back, oh, hey, how's it go? Ah! And they kill it. And then she takes a nice relaxing bath with her root beer.
Root beer.
Yeah.
That's borderline NSFW.
It's fine. The waves of light block out anything from sight. What I want to actually know is because the water layer had to be drawn on last. So I want to know, did they actually draw nipples on her before they drew the water? These are the real questions in life.
You could probably try to find like I don't know. I know sometimes they make files that have like all the lower layers.
That's a good point. But yeah, let's examine. Actually, this is on YouTube. Let's not. But yeah, she's enjoying a nice, relaxing root beer bath for some reason. And then Squiggly and Philia come in, like knock knock, open up the door. It's real. And then they all angry, all four of them. They're in the bathhouse that Eliza owns, and then all the waterfalls turn into blood, and then it's a blood house. And then, since they destroyed the Skullheart, Squiggly stops functioning, and she captures Philia. Things get kinky real fast.
Yeah?
As we get Philia all tied up. And then she gets gagged and bound.
That's what happens to naughty Skullgirls.
Gagged and bound in blood meat, and then we get this.
Eliza's sitting there with all of her trophies.
Yep. It's funny though. I think it's really funny that the sarcophagus on the back of Philia's head still, like, she kind of gave it Samson's face, but also that she didn't really wrap up. She didn't really like mummify or put Philia in a sarcophagus. She's just kind of covered her in a layer of flesh meat, and it is skin tight.
Kinky.
Yeah. I mean, I'm into it, but it's kind of weird.
I'm glad that I have proof of you saying that on the internet now.
What, kinky? I'm into that.
I'm gonna use that in the future.
I said it's kind of weird. That exonerates me of all crimes.
No, that just makes it worse.
I don't think so. But the best part is yet to come, because then the blood starts overflowing in the place, and it just kind of fills the place. And then she owns a casino now, I guess, and it explodes. And then out of it comes the Egyptian god monsters. You'll get that joke as soon as the video catches up. Do you get the joke now?
There's, big Egyptian god monsters.
Yeah, that's the joke, because it has the Millennium Eye on it.
Yeah.
And then it's like rawr. And then it starts its march on New Meridian. And then Lorenzo looks like a baby. It's very funny seeing Lorenzo's face in this scene.
Sweats nervously.
He sweats nervously. Actually, that's a good caption for that, maybe. Screenshot. Good point. Screenshot it. And then it's 200% angry. Actually, this would make a good screenshot as well. Put it with the Skullgirls, 300%, and then angry. And we have Black Dahlia, and then Eliza. Kind of. It's also, well, it's mostly Sakmet? I forget her skeleton's real name. It's like an actual Egyptian name. I think it's like Saknet, or something like that. But Eliza is actually just Saknet inside with a meat puppet shell. Because this parasite, it's not like it lives inside Eliza. It is Eliza. Or rather, Eliza is merely the flesh meat guys Sakmet has adopted. And her interactions with Squiggly and Philia and Samson and Leviathan, that is her parasite name, I forgot. Their interactions imply that they all knew each other a long time ago, and that Eliza / Sakmet betrayed them, and that it got one of their friends killed. And based on the other interactions, I'm relatively sure that the woman or person, it might have been a woman, I don't remember now, that Leviathan refers to in Squiggly's story mode when they encounter Samson. Talk about Samson's going to drag another poor girl to her grave or something like that. I'm pretty sure they're referring to that girl, who I think is one of the people in the conglomeration that is Double, and why Double goes just absolutely apeshit whenever she encounters Eliza there at the end. But then the best part happens after that, because instead of fighting Black Dahlia, the ground shakes, and then this blue blood vein lady jumps out of the ground. And it has the faces of the goddesses, one of the goddesses' symbols on it from the church, or from the statue inside the church, and the runes below it. And then it's like a big mech, and inside its eyeball, you see, what's that? Glowing red eyes and some cute pigtails? It's Marie inside the eyeball of this big blood vein robot. And boy, is she fucking pissed. And that's where Eliza's story mode ends. But, what's her double story mode isn't the only one with all the weird, creepy, kind of weird stuff in it. Beowulf's also has that, where Beowulf's fight director is actually just double, wearing sunglasses.
What the hell? But why?
Because Double used Beowulf to defeat the other contenders, trying to get the Skull Heart, and set up fights with them. And then Beowulf punched them all up, and then Double's like, "Law, thanks, mate." And then Beowulf fights Double. Yeah, you were talking one of the earlier scenes as Kinky. How about this?
That's Vor.
Oh, gross.
Or it's about to be Vor.
I'm into it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad I also have that.
That's taken out of context. That can mean any sort of things. But yeah, no, it gets better, because after Beowulf gets eaten by Double, he's greeted by all of this.
Double just really likes consuming.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. Okay, but these two little birds on either side of Finn, those are the birds that like live in her hair and make up her antenna, which is adorable. And she looks like she's in a lot of pain, but I mean, she's being held against her will. But I'm pretty sure if Double wasn't holding her like this, she would be able to just like wriggle and bend out of it, because she is like a Chinese gymnast. So that's kind of what she do. He just looks like he got the shit beaten out of him, which is great. He looks like he had a rough night. Oh, that's the guy who was on the cover of that Boys Love magazine with Beowulf, and this lady is actually his harp thing, guitar. I'm not entirely sure what instrument it is, but it's an instrument that looks like a lady. And it's shaped like a lady.
Thick.
Thick. I would say she's got wood, but the art directors had other ideas in mind. Together, they make up the ultimate wood.
10 out of 10.
And he's shredded, so it's okay. And Finn is adorable, and I wish he would have got put into the game. He would have got fucking put into the game. Oh, hey, this is one of the other girls who was in the DLC thing, who was also in the on the cover of Hard Love, I think is what the book was called, inside Aeon and Venus's room.
I think that should have been the cover right there.
And that foot, it belongs to that girl who's 12 feet tall. I think she's a demon of some sort. And here's some of the black
That would make
egrets.
sense.
Here's some of the people from Lab 8. I don't know the boy and the bee girl's name, but I know this is a shark. His name is Stanley. He's a scientist. He's missing a tooth.
It'll grow back.
Yeah, it will. She's adorable and I love her. almost as much as I love some of the other people. And he has cool legs. Also, he's shredded, apparently. You know, I don't know why Double saw it fit to just tear this part of his shirt off. I guess Double's just into that. Because it's not like it was torn off during battle. Because it's right here. It's sitting on his lap. What was the purpose of this Double? She's just over there.
Double knows what she likes, okay?
Yeah. She's just over there feeling him up. Well, here we get into the other fighters. Get another panty shot, Cerebella. She removed her hat, so her hat can't do anything. And she has like 20 cords around Big Bands, and I think that's great, because otherwise he'd just break them. And this is, like, that was when she ate Beowulf, and then Annie comes blasting right the fuck out of nowhere. And it's like, hey, I'm a magical girl. And then she just chops everybody loose. Including Beowulf, who doesn't look like he understands what's going on at all times.
I mean, if I was in his position, I don't think I would either.
And then we have like this. I don't know what's. Is this Berserk? Is this Berserk that's happening?
Yes.
Right here?
Yes.
And then they like break out of one of the big old blood veins in the Skullgirl's chambers. We just lay everybody on the ground here. I like how Painwheel looks like she's fully conscious and absolutely realizes what's happening right now. Annie's great. I wish she would have gotten in the game. But then Beowulf gets his trusty arm, and it's really fun. Because since technically his arm, or is it Grendel? No, it's not Grendel. But since this arm is technically dead, the Skullheart's power affects it, and it comes to life. And then, yeah, there's a leg over there. Shows up, and then Double shows up, tries to eat Beowulf again, but Annie blasts the fuck out of her and kills Double. And that's why she's Annie Star something. I don't know her magical girl name. She's great. And then Double looks like she's a bug of some sort, and it's kind of gross. She survived, and then she gets all smug. And then she gets, how many times smugger is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times the smug. I wish I could set this as a wallpaper. Yeah, and then Beowulf fights his arm. Screenshot Beowulf yelling. because he fights his arm and suplexes it so hard he tears it off of the monster. And Double tries to vor Annie.
So is Double like the main antagonist of everything then?
Kinda. Well, remember, cause she's just there to make sure the skull heart falls into somebody's hands, somebody who can use it anyway.
Yeah.
So in that sense, yes, she's the main antagonist. But in the broader sense of the world, she's not. She's merely a pawn. She tries to vor Annie, and then Beowulf takes hurting and smashes the fluff right out of the skull heart. You'll get to that in the video here in a second. And then Annie actually kills them this time, as she explodes. And then Beowulf joins Annie on her children's television show.
Nice.
And then everybody at Lab 8 gets to watch it, and everybody's having a great time. Except Peacock.
Peacock just looks pissed.
Yeah, she is. I think she complains about children's cartoons at this point. Like, I don't understand them anymore, or something like that. Or maybe she just, like, questions what he's doing there or something. Like, she thought he was a villain in the last season. Why is he back as a hero now, or something like that? And Bumblebee Girl over here, I guarantee she has a crush on TV Beowulf. I guarantee it. And this guy, I forgot his name, but Sharp Anvil Man, he wanted to fight Beowulf because in, I think it's Peacock story mode, he mentions that he hears that Beowulf is coming out of retirement soon. Man, I want to fight him. Or something like that. But, like, the story modes are so weird. Because, like, Fukuwa's is a joke story mode, but Robo Fortunes is a joke story mode that has a plot. And it's very weird. So, Brain Drain, oh, he has a Gundam on his desk. Of course he does. Fucking nerd. So, Brain Drain's, the story for Robo Fortune starts off with Brain Drain reading over some notes from Valentine, and then he gets a radio call or something. And he's like, man, fuck this needle, and throws it. And then he reads over the notes that Valentine left before she abandoned Lab Zero, and it's her study of misfortune. And then actual picture Valentine drew. So you're
Hardcore.
yeah, that sexy hardcore ninja nurse drew and wrote all this stuff when she was studying misfortune. And I love the comment under his thumb there, she's amazing, can we keep her? And then Brain Drain is not having it. So he tears the paper up and gets angry. And there are like 5 different frames. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 different frames of him tearing up the paper.
But why?
Yeah, I don't know, because she deserved it. And then he gets angry at her because she abandoned Lab Zero and all that. And then he's like, I can build one much better than that. And then he does. He goes and he gets all anti-spiral angry, or maybe he gets super spiral angry, and gets all Gurren Lagann-y on us with his Gurren Lagann ass looking face. And then he goes and he builds Robo Fortune using only the designs left by Valentine. He builds a better version of Miss Fortune. And during one of the startup sessions, he has Robo Fortune list off her directives, or her objectives. And here are the 5 objectives that she is given.
What are they?
They are 1. Eliminate the Skullgirl. 2. Capture the Skull Heart. 3. Apprehend all traitors to Lab 0. 4. Incapacitate other subjects seeking the Skull Heart. 5. Master comedic timing. Which means he had to program into her to master comedic timing. Also, Brain Drain is smoking a cigarette here. How does he smoke? He has a complete face mask. How does he smoke?
Magic.
Also, he's wearing glasses, and I'm pretty sure he has robot eyes, so... There's just a whole lot not making sense here. And then, Robo Fortune is deployed through the ground, like from the base, and deployed up through the ground, and it's like Evangelion, and then she hits the ceiling. The panel and the ground that she was supposed to launch through did not open, and instead she hit her head on it, like hilarious comedy gold. And then and then the panel opens, and she comes out of it, and she's broken into pieces. And, the end of, her story mode, I'm pretty sure she takes the Skull Heart, but then it jumps ahead, like, a year or something, and it's 4 or 5 giant Robo Fortunes overlooking a burning city, and it's like a battle-scarred Annie fighting her. And Stanley looks shredded, but he's a shark, and also he has a mustache and beard or something. And Adam just looks like old Snake from Metal Gear Solid 4, and I don't understand why, but that is what they do at the end of Robo Fortune's story mode. And then Annie activates her magic powers, and she becomes a magic Robo Princess or something. And then the bee girl is over here with her bee ship, and the succubi-looking girl has a snake. And then the other girls from the Egrets and Adam are on a mech. Oops. And Stanley has a jetpack, I guess, and a wingsuit. And Finn is using her birds to fly. And Panzerfaust is probably flying through sheer force of rage alone. And then we go into the middle of the Robo Fortune bots. And it's Robo Fortune. And she angry. And then Eon and Venus are like, that's the best story ever. And then they high five. And that's the end of Robo Fortune's story mode. But they say something like that. Also, I don't like either of the things I've noticed about this picture of Eon and Venus. I'm pretty sure her name is high-fiving. There are 2 things that really I don't like about it.
What is
First thing, her ribcage teeth are licking their lips, which is actually just her belly. It's like they're sticking the tongue out on the belly. And her shoe is winking and smiling. The stream should catch up to them here in a moment.
Yeah? But why is that a problem?
Well, I don't know the last time you checked out Human Anatomy, but neither of those things are okay. But I mean, I guess
No,
I
it's-
guess they aren't human, so it's fine. Eon, on the other hand, I love her. Oh, dude, I found the poster of Marie's that I can get on those websites. Except it's on the game now, on the stream. Alright, I probably tortured you with that enough and way more than I initially intended on. I guess I'll go ahead and cut the stream then, huh? Probably do that. That's fine.